so in language acquisition, these are some important concepts you can select to organize your class. Okay? But sorry, I just give you the language acquisition. If you are going to be a senior high school teacher, or I think this would be necessary here. Okay, language and literature. Different concepts here. Right. And when you choose the concept, the next challenging thing is what activities should I select to guide my students to know that idea, to know that concept. Okay. So for some， 尤其对台湾的，我们对台湾的研究生，如果你们要当老师，我现在会建议你们开始用概念为本。就是你在教的时候，我们通常习惯会单字跟句型，对不对？你现在要跳起来看说，Yeah, sometimes you just stand high and see what students really have to learn. Besides, well, yes, they have to learn the vocabulary, they have to know the grammar, they have to know the sentence structure, but what else they should learn? Okay, about in the language domain, all right? Okay, and next, I would like to introduce. Okay, so in this class, I want students to know about the genre, so they have to know the purpose and the author's points and who are the audience. That's it. So I use questions to ask my students to understand the concept about audience, the purpose. Okay, I don't tell them, well, I don't say, hey, this is important, this is the purpose. I ask questions so they understand that is the purpose. Okay, and next, so another issue we have to know is, does the class show alignments with the core competence? So just now you talk about the core competency, and you say it's about skill, knowledge, and attitude. Well, I would say all teachers would have taught knowledge. And yes, teachers, they do their best to teach skills, the 4 skills. And yes, they also teach students some attitude, just like, hey, behave yourself. Hey, listen to teachers. Okay, we have to take care of everyone, something like that. But when we talk about core competencies, it's about how we teachers could make the 3 intertwined together. So, and from the curriculum guideline, they say that the real context, the real life context, can help our students to apply the skill, knowledge, and the attitude. Okay, so this is some words. Next time when you want to set a performance task, you have to think about it. Do we try to contextualize their learning? And do we provide some strategies? What actions should students take? And do we provide the activities that can help our students to reintegrate their knowledge, skill, and attitude? Okay. 那现在我要用中文要问台湾的学生，你们觉得在刚刚整个活动当中，哪里最有符合到必须整合知识、技能与态度，而且融合了生活情境？刚刚那一堂课哪一个地方最像 ？Yes, this one. This is important because this shows some alignment with our real world life, and that make learning meaningful, right? Language learning is meaningful. Okay, so that is what we. Now people talk a lot about core competency, and we say, well, however, what do you taught in your class? Well, students should use what they learn in the class, and they can use these in their real life. Okay, that make their learning more meaningful. And here, I think the reason why I'm here today is for this alternative curriculum, because 叫做弹性课程。Okay. Now people talk a lot about alternative curriculum, just like what I said. Now we is the implementation of a new curriculum guideline. We have less English classes every week. So we we want to get some extra hours, it should be in the alternative curriculum. But now, teachers say it's difficult or it's really challenging for them to design a theme-based, project-based, or some issue-based inquiry activities. So today I try to just demonstrate two projects I have done. All right. And before that, I will introduce this. This is named multimodality intellectualization cycle, and it is developed by Professor Angeline. And Meilan told me that later you would read her article. And I really like this cycle because I would say it's like this. First, when we want to design a class, the first thing is we have to try our best to help to create a rich experiential context for our students. And next, we have to make students read and take some notes. And finally, we have to students engage in the intellectualizing the experience. But when we read this, we know it's meaningful, but what could we do? What could we do? So I will start from this class. So what is this? Yellow dot. So who has seen this yellow dot in Taiwan? If you did, raise your hand.
Small one?
No, the big one. The big one in Taiwan. No? No? Well, it is here. It was here around 60 years ago. Do you remember?
I did it in my country.
So which city did you go?
I did it in my country because I'm from Vietnam.
Oh, you're from Vietnam? Okay. Let's. Oh, yeah. Lovely, right? So, the yellow dot has, well, it was in Kaohsiung before. It was also in Keelung before. Okay? But let's see, it's in Aihe and Kaohsiung Gang. Here is in Keelung, Keelung Gang. But when the yellow duck was in Taoyuan, it was not on the sea. It is on the pond.
In the air.
Yeah, yes, on the land once, because it just blew up one day. So, it's true, it's true. Yeah, and then we borrowed a yellow duck from Kaohsiung. Okay, so this is a yellow duck in Taoyuan. So now, but the one question now I want to ask you is, if you were the yellow duck in Taoyuan, when you stayed there, and when you stay in the pond, okay, what would you see? So the question is, yellow dog, what do you see? So what are we going to talk about today?
Environmental protection.
What?
Tourism.
Well, I will not make it too difficult for you. Now, so again, I want someone to have a marker and erase your mini board. We want to write on something. Okay. So, you have 1 minute to think about what could you see near the pond if you were the yellow duck. If you were the yellow duck, and you stay there for 1 week, what could you see? Yeah, 1 week. Ready? Ready? Okay. Go. Yeah, a lot of people in the audience. Yes. Just think about everything. That's everything. Everything. Yeah, more than one thing. Everything that the yellow duck sees. Yeah, very good question. Later we will talk about it. This is about because yes, later we will talk about why the yellow duck was in the top, not in the Hey, you write. I will say you write two few words. My students can think of more than 10 things, more than 10 items. Yeah. Okay, fine. Because I just want to activate your prior knowledge. Okay, background knowledge. Okay. Now I want you to make a riddle, and I will give you a card. Please don't let other group know. What do you get? Okay. Okay. And I want you to make a riddle. First, you have to do things like this. First, read 3 sentences to describe what you get. And you have 2 minutes to prepare to write those 3 sentences. And later, the other group have to guess what are you talking about. And please make sure, don't make it too easy or